Capturing those perfect photos of your kids can be exhausting. Man, am I learning that these days. But good news, Mia McCormick from Bottle Sunshine is here today with tips for kid photography with your smartphone. I am so stressed about this. I try and try, Mia, and I just, sometimes I just don't get those photos that you see everyone else having on Facebook. So what are the keys?
You know, I've heard Facebook photo envy is like a real thing.
Yes.
It's a real thing. People look at your feed and they want to take photos like you. So the first thing we do when we have a kid is we run out and we buy a camera like this, almost always, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, most of our images are documented here. This is what we have with us every day. So I have some great tips to help you capture kids in a way that's really going to make those memories stand out. And the first one is to find the light.
Okay.
Okay, because a lot of times we put our kids, go stand over by that window and you see the back of them, right?
Yeah.
Against the window, or a sunset and you see they're really dark, right? So turn them towards the window. Don't put their back to it. Turn them towards the light and you're going to get that beautiful light right on their face. But what happens if you put them outside and there's like super bright sunlight and you turn them towards the light? What does your kid do?
Well, she's thankfully still in the crib, so I don't have to worry about that just yet. But I'm assuming you've got better examples at home.
Well, little ones usually squint. So the one thing you want to do is definitely find shade.
Oh.
So the next tip that we want to talk about is getting low. A lot of times we see kids from up above. This is how we always see them. We're up here looking down at them. And if you move that smartphone down so that the angle is a little bit lower, now you've got a much more expressive and immersive experience when you're viewing this. The kids look so much better from this angle than the top of their heads or their face, their neck cranked back and their face stretched up like, geez.
And I like the shade point too. I don't want to lose that. I like that shade point because I get squinty myself, let alone kids.
Right, so everybody thinks turn them into the light, but you can't when the sunlight's right on you, right? So back them off into the shade so that you have a nice even swath of shade lighting and you're going to get nice sharp photos and great colors.
Okay, I know you've got more for us. What are some other good ones?
So the idea with the smartphone, because it has a really wide angle lens, is to get closer to your subject. There's a sweet spot for these phones. It's between 3 and 6 feet away. Because if you're at 10 feet, your child looks really small in the frame. So get close to them.
So this is a wide angle lens on our phones. So you want to be at least 3 feet.
Yep, 3 to 6. That's what I call the iPhone sweet spot.
3 to 6. Okay, that's a really, really good tip. And I was going to say, I know the tips don't end there either.
Absolutely. So one thing that you know to get low, you know to get close, but how do you get their eyes towards the lens? And one of the ways that I do it is I use a little sticker next to the lens here on my smartphone. And this is a great tip for you because with babies you can't be like, oh, look at the lens, because they have no idea what you're saying. But if you play a little peekaboo with this sticker right here, just
little butterfly there that you've got.
Now you've got them looking at the lens and you've got a great shot of them looking right into your photo.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm hoping Carly's listening because I know she's got little ones. She says she is because that's a really good one.
I've got one last secret weapon that I use, and it is called photo burst mode. It's not really a secret because some people know about it. Some people have no idea it exists.
Yeah.
If you hold down the white shutter button on your phone and just hold it, your phone will automatically take up to 10 photos in a second. And it works with iPhones or Samsung. And so you have a much better chance of capturing a shot when you have 10 images than just one. Because if you're trying to pose 3 kids, somebody's always like, hey, somebody's
eyes are closed.
Exactly. So to get that shot, take 10 photos in a second, not just one.
Just because I always get mad when I do that. Like I'm always like, oh, I didn't mean to take 10, but you're saying it's actually a good thing.
If you're trying to capture a moment, especially with kids, it's a great thing because you can go through and be like, oh, there's the one, instead of, okay, let's try again. All right, guys, stop. Okay, smile, everybody. It gets very frustrating if you keep trying to do this. Use your burst mode.
And I thought a baby was a hard person to take a picture of. You're telling me it's only going to get difficult.
They can't even move yet.
Man, I'm in for it. I'm in for it.
It only gets harder.
Mia, thank you so much for coming in today. We do appreciate your time.